Hello, everybody. Kim Victoria here with 5 paper bag projects I've been working on for the last couple weeks. And I have a question for you before I start, because what I need to know is I'm going to number these. And as I go through them, I would love it if you would put in the comment section if and when you might want me to do a tutorial on how I made these. And so please, give me a comment and let me know whether you want 1, 2, 3, or 5 or all. And that will help me to know what you might like to see, right? So the story about why these exist is because I'm teaching our little art group how to work with paper bags to make their own junk journals, and they're coming out really awesome. Everybody's embracing the idea and they are playing and having a good time. And I'm playing and I'm coming up with some other ideas. And some of the ideas that I have here come from other people, of course. They come from Natasha on Treasure Books. They come from Tony on Crafty by Tony. They come from Margaret on Seven Plaza. They come from people I don't quite remember who they were. So let's go here. Um, who wants to be number one? Well, number one, the first one was this one. And this one is 5 paper bags. Specifically, it's these paper bags. A whole packet full of lunch bags. Just your everyday lunch bag, right? So this started out as 5 of these. And I decided to use this as a model to teach our little group how to hinge bags together, ideas on some decorating. So, and everybody was having a good time. So we did a second week. And now they're ready for a third week. And so as the weeks go by, I keep adding to it. So it all started out as this. And I'll just do a quick flip through. I've been adding some things. I made the cover a grungy cover. So I was using some Tim Holtz images. There's some tea bag here. There's some boo-boo tape. These are Tim Holtz little quotes. I've got a little thread here. So I just did some stenciling and there is some gesso. There's some gesso here and a couple of different kinds of inks. And so I just started there and taught everybody how to do the hinging because I did the hinging. Now this has gotten a little more completed here. So that's not the basic hinging. So just started making kind of fun little things to go in our little pockets that are created with the bottom of the bag, right? So on this spread, this was, oh golly, I think this was Margaret on Seven Plaza doing this zigzag tag holder, tag in itself, pocket, tuck spot, belly band, whatever you want it to be. And these are old index pages to some old map books that I have. So I made 3 different lengths of tags and used some stencils on them and just left them as writing spots on the back. And these stencils are from Stencil Girl Products. I'll put links down below. You know the usual. So these were two different single-sided pieces of paper, and I used the offcuts from this one to decorate this one and the offcuts of this one to decorate this one. So that's what I did there. And yeah, I'll link the video where I learned how to do this. And I taught this, and everybody's like really excited because it looks cool. And so, yeah, we've had some pretty great fun. And then I thought I'd do some tissue paper. So this was from a previous video where I was experimenting with different ways of rubber stamping and inking. Oh, and these little guys, these are origami butterflies. that one of the other artists in our group taught us all how to make. And I went ahead and I just glued them onto these little pockets. And I don't have anything in those little pockets. Oh, this was me appreciating opening a tissue box and then looking at that and going now and going, oh, that could be a tag. So this is, I just had it sitting here because just, I don't know, a couple hours ago, I opened a new tissue box and I went, aha, that would make an interesting tag. Recycling at its best, right? So I made these little pockets. I haven't put anything in them yet, but I did stitch all the way around. I'm using the sewing machine more. I'm being inspired, you know. These are some of those fake leaves. I have a little collection of those. And the inking here is literally just taking a watercolor marker and creating a little band there. This is a little flip out. So there's that and that. This is the same. We'll flip out. So yeah, if there's anything here you would like to see made, by all means, let me know. So I made two matching tags because this little full what you call this spread, this this spread has the autumnal theme. So this again is tissue paper. This not tissue paper, napkin. This is napkin. I just ruffled up a napkin and made these little toppers. And you know, why not? Um, we're ruffling just about everything else. Why not napkins? Okay, so that is spread number two. Now, spread number three, I went completely different because again, my goal was to show our little art group what you can do in this kind of a very casual and fun, playful junk journal, what you could use it for, you know, so little writing spots. Tim Holtz, yeah, Tim Holtz, yeah, this is all, that's Tim Holtz. Just some paper from my stash, creating pockets, some cotton lace. I have these stamp stickers, stamp-like stickers. So just some of the mixing the Tim Holtz stencil with rubber stamps. A little, just some twine. I'm just having fun with that. Some stickers. And there's the last one. So I put the pocket on and I put the lace below it and then just put a little of this decorative kind of, I don't know what you call it. Oh, so these are shallow pockets, so I made that a shallow tag. The ones that are at the bottom of our paper bags. And this one I got kind of lazy on. Oh, yeah, then this one had a big tag. This one I made into a really big tag and writing spot. So I think that came out pretty cool. So I just used some offcuts and there you go, right? Now this last one I got a little lazy on this one, but I did something different. So I guess I didn't really get lazy, but I did collage the whole background and then I put a writing page on there. But what I did inside this paper bag pocket is that when we look inside here, I mean, that's where the fold is. So I reached in there with my X-Acto knife and I cut this open while it was in this state. I had already collaged it and everything and went, oh, I wonder what would happen if I stick a knife in there. And I did that and I opened it up. And so that things would slide in and out easier, I added this little piece of cardstock all the way down to the bottom and then used the offcut from that to decorate the front of the pocket. And so now the tag goes all the way to the bottom. It works. So there's another option. And then I was just going, you know, I've got kind of my little offcuts box now. I've created one so that I could, you know, just kind of put those bits and pieces in. So that was just simply folded. I stapled in some papers with my long arm stapler, and then I stapled the whole thing. I've got some staples there. So I stapled the whole thing onto this side of the bag. And I put in this little button. I just folded it over and just glued it right on the edge so that the whole thing could be held in place. So that's all pretty simple. Didn't do anything really elaborate there. And then I decided I would make the back more like the front, kind of create that cohesive look. And these are sort of my personal power numbers. And this is a piece of tissue paper. So that's how I did this. So this is my 5 bag paper bag journal. So this is number 1 in my journal paper bag journal collection. Number 2 is this little thing. Okay. So this is the more of the standard fold the bag in half. You just fold it in half and that's it. Now, once you've got a bag folded in half, you just decorate it, right? So we had someone come in on Monday who had not been on the week before. So I left him this one to look at, and he made this gorgeous paper bag journal in that one session, just, looking at this. And he made this beautiful journal. So, and he used calendar landscape. No, they were really pretty, like mandala designs. That's right. So yeah, this is the simplest and lovely. And he made a little signature. So I have this pocket open and I reinforced it with the paper that I was covering it with. So you can kind of see where I mitered the edges a little bit. So this would stay open, but it's very sturdy because this is scrapbook paper. And these are some stickers that I have in my stash. And this is your usual brad with the little punched out, 3 layers of punched out circles. And I put the brad through no, I did it afterward. That's right. So you can see that I covered it up with another little paper button. This, of course, I just added a pocket and I had some little offcuts. All of this white paper is mixed media paper. So I can do sketching, watercolors, pen and ink. It's very sturdy, thick paper. This is, I think it's the Canson water mixed media paper, right? And I sewed it in, and I've got like a little piece back here, and these are all just stickers and a sticker. And yeah, so this is something that I can make use of. And one of the gals is making one like this for her watercolor. So this is paper bag idea number 2. Number 3, I decided to go a little bit different direction with it. This is more of the wallet style. And yeah, definitely the wallet style. I have this burlap, this paper backed burlap stuff. And so I wanted to get some texture. I was going to go with the brown and just use my different brown kind of theme papers and add little pockets. This is a little flip down. This is a pull out and a little offcut from that burlap, and I backed it. And so super, super simple. Yeah, I opened up the paper bag just on this one side. So kind of gluing it down so that I just have this little pocket here. And then I went ahead and I just added a little reinforcement. So this is the original bag opening, and just made another little writing card, a little piece of that burlap fabric. And that tucks in nicely and it still closes. And oh yeah, and I did add another little insert in here. So yeah, this thing is full of things. And this is paper bag idea number 3. And number 4. So the next thing that everybody wanted to learn is how do you sew in a signature. So this is just 2 paper bags. Grab another one. So I decided what I would do here is just put the 2 paper bags together, right? And I went ahead and I just added, I covered them, and then I just used a strip of paper on this side to join them together so they're a hinge. They're hinged from the outside. And then on the inside, which is a little hard to see at this point, but I did take a piece of muslin fabric to reinforce the hinge on the inside. And yeah, and what I did was I put the muslin fabric, so you're getting a mini tutorial now, so that's fine. But this is, I put the muslin fabric on the inside of the gusset. So there's a piece of paper on the outside and some fabric on the inside. And this is where I demonstrated sewing in a signature for our little group. And then I made some uber long fun tags from some of my other scrapbook offcuts, which can be a little, get a little caught down at the bottom. I did something a little different here. I glued it in now, but because this pocket, when it's glued shut, is so shallow, I took a piece of cardstock and folded it so that here's the original location of the top of the bottom of the bag. And so I just went ahead and I made a folded piece of lightweight cardstock. And that way the pocket is deeper, which is nice because things will stay in better. And I did the same thing back here, same thing here, just took some of my offcut and made this a super long tag. And this is, some businesses, they have their business card attached to a magnet. And once I use that business card, or maybe I don't need it anymore, I I don't waste that magnet. I soak it in some water and then I can rub off the paper and I have magnets. And the magnet will, it works. You know, you can cut it with scissors. It's really soft. So I have a little piece of magnet under the ribbon here. And then I glued another piece of magnet onto the ribbon there. And it snaps shut. And that's my closure. And that's just, I've always loved, you know, getting around to it. Now I have around to it, so I plan on using this as kind of like my thinking list of things that I want to do, or maybe my future plans. So I'm just going to use this in a very fun way. And when I run out of paper, you know, I can unsew it. I can snip the threads. I can make a new signature and just add another signature to it if I want to. It's still a really nice cover. So let's see, this was paperback idea number 4. Number 5, I only just started. I had 2 gift bags that were the same. And they had handles on both sides on top, which I already took off. And then it occurred to me I should make this video. And I wanted to make this video. So I haven't done anything with these other than I added, this is cloth. So that's another piece of muslin. And so I put it in on the inside of the gussets because it's strong. Paper, these kind of gift bags have a sturdier paper than the lunch bags. They're meant to hold a little more weight or stuff. So I haven't done anything else with this. I've got some my little scrap bits kind of ready to go. I think those are going to be pockets or covering for the bottom of the bag. Anyway, so I have these 2. So this one I haven't done at all other than put in a cloth hinge. And I do plan on putting handles on the outside of both sides. So I don't know right now what else I'm going to do, but this is idea number 5 with, if you've got a matching pair, or maybe a not matching pair of gift bags, but they're the same size, or maybe they're different sizes. I haven't experimented with that yet. So here we go. That was number 5. And paper bags. So number 4, 5, 4, and 3. And the half bag, which, you know, you've seen other videos, I'm sure. And this was number 1. So if any of those interest you for me to just do it from scratch and start from scratch, let me know, please. And I hope that this was inspiring. You may just take this idea and run with it. Wonderful. That would be ideal. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching and have fun creating. All right. See you next time.